Happy New Year, everyone.
Boozy Banter, episode 5. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's a New Year's episode.
Yep.
Yeah, special occasion. That's why wifey looks so damn good over there. Honestly, that's a natural blonde. It's weird. Her hair grows in 2 different tones. I've never met anybody like it.
I know. I'm like tangled, but with like a mix.
I was gonna go mutant.
Okay.
Kind of like Storm or who's the Phoenix or something like
Thanks
that?
for calling me out.
You're funny. Anyway, what's
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Let's be nice to everybody.
2026. Started off with a kick, right? What's your cocktail of choice tonight?
Cabernet, because I had Malbec earlier and I was, oh my God, I think I've changed since the new year.
You're big, you're huge Malbec, but you did say that earlier today. You said, I don't know if I like Malbec as much anymore.
Not gonna lie, ever since our 20,000 days of wine advent calendar, I have no interest in drinking. This is my first night drinking, and I think
since we did
no,
the
in like a week, like okay, Christmas.
Well, if you take away
I had a drink,
but if you take away the advent calendar and the half an ounce pours or whatever we had each night, outside of that, it's probably been at least a couple weeks since you've had a drink.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Me, it's the weekends with what I do for content. Of course, I drink on the weekends, but during the week, whatever. Anyway, it's New Year's, so I'm drinking a RD1. Okay, so tell you why I picked this.
Is that the RD1, the cinnamon one?
No, I was going to do that one, but I didn't want to mix it with your wine.
That's the one I liked, actually.
I have that. I did buy that one, too. I was going to do that one, but with you drinking a bunch of wine tonight already, I didn't want to like mess with your palate and screw you up.
Aren't you so sweet?
I'm thoughtful, but
January 1st of 2026.
We did talk about it. One of the New Year's resolutions we have are I want to get her back more into her bourbon content. Now
he does. He does.
She doesn't know the difference between a W and an H. We want to get her back into that. So if you notice, I so nicely staged back here Penelope's pre-made cocktails. Shout out to Penelope. They have the apple cinnamon black walnut and peach old fashions pre-made. We're gonna do a little blind tasting for her because they are on the sweeter side. They're not
what, tonight?
No, not tonight.
Oh,
it's one of our. They're only 80% or 40% alcohol by volume.
Okay,
they're light, so we're gonna do that little thing, and we're gonna fresh crack the.
Let me smell this guy.
Let
me smell this.
This is a limited release Kentucky straight whiskey finished with Japanese Mizunara and French oak.
I don't have to try it.
But the reason I picked it was it's RD1 Spirits, and if I wasn't dressed so nice, I was gonna wear a hat that said RD1 Spirits because tonight's episode is all about spirits.
Spirits.
We're going to talk a little ghost, but before we do that, New Year's resolutions. You got a New Year's resolution this year? And cheers, by the way, to 2026.
Oh, cheers, 2026. Hold on. Let me chug a Rooney.
Oh, that's nice. I remember this. This is another festival pick.
I do not do New Year's resolutions. I haven't done them in many years. I used to, but then I realized I fail within like the top 10 days, and it's always like working out or something ridiculous like that.
You can't set fitness and diets. They're not resolutions. They are, but everybody does it.
I will say over the last couple of years, the last year, I've lost 30 pounds, and I'm proud of myself because it took me a while to get to that point, but I still have a goal, and that's where I am. Like I have goals for different aspects of my life, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's mental, whether it's physical and family, whatever it is. I have different goals for every aspect of my life, and
so not necessarily resolutions, more goals.
Correct. So it might not. I'm not going to go strong right off the bat because that's the failure in majority of people. It might work for a month and then they fall off the bandwagon. I have strict goals for different things. I want to ease into it. I am not going to. Everybody wants to start January 1st.
Grab your pencil.
No sugar, no nothing, no carbs. No this and that, and work out for 2 hours a day. Okay.
0 to 100.
Maybe not that.
0 to 100 will never work.
Right. I can't. I tried that many times, but I won't do that again. And I realize that's like really not realistic. So
anything, quitting, starting anything.
Look,
you never go. You gotta ease into it.
I will do more than what I'm doing every week. I will try to up myself every week. What are you doing?
Stop banging the table. I'm watching the camera go because you're like making your point by karate chopping
Oh,
the
okay.
table.
Then I'm done talking, Todd.
No, you're allowed to keep talking.
Well, I have. They get a sturdier table. Jesus. Jesus.
I'm just watching. I'm like, stop chopping the table. Oh, you're funny.
All right. Anyways, how about you?
No. Do you have a resolution outside of fitness? Do you have a life thing, whatever, outside of like health and fitness, like a lot of people do? Do you have something like this? So one thing that you'd like to say by the end of this year, I'd like to accomplish. Is there anything like top of your head?
I'd like to meditate more. I feel like that's where meditate and find a little bit more.
Find some Zen.
Yes, because I listen as my job. I listen to a lot of, along with my own personal shenanigans, which I don't really talk about all that much. Only certain people know about things about my life, but I listen to a lot of people's stuff.
Cosmetologists, and I grew up in a family of them too, should be licensed therapists.
Not only like am I doing my job of physically performing a job, but I'm also listening and trying to offer advice and this and that. And honestly, it is extremely, extremely draining. And it could be the smallest conversation about nothing that just sends us over the edge.
I can tell at the end of the day
we had 10 people we talked to in a day for an hour straight. And I love my job, but can I? Okay, well now I'm gonna rant.
I can tell when she's had a long day of therapy, or
I come home looking like decrepit.
When I go to talk to her and she's just like,
"Please stop
the fuck
talking."
Up for a second.
That's what I say.
In
a nice way. Not really, but
shut the fuck up with a please.
This Christmas / New Year's not vacation.
No.
What am I talking about?
It's not a break.
What am I talking about? This was the hardest year that I have had in the entire time I've ever been licensed, and I've been licensed since 2007. So were we almost at 20 years?
I said the holidays being in the middle of the week is tough for you. I just need
people just to be quiet during the season.
Well, also,
just please. I know you have a lot of shit going on, but so do I. Just be quiet.
Also, it's your holidays in the middle of the week, so everybody wants that Monday. You only have Monday to like 3 days to squeeze. Everybody needs it done for New Year's, needs it done for Christmas. Where if like the holidays on like a Saturday, that rush is a little more spread out. But yeah, you were.
It just depends on the day
this week,
or when Christmas and New Year's fall.
A New Year's thing.
All I know is I am coming down to saying no a lot more. Because I always am the person that feels bad. And things are changing around here.
Sometimes you don't gotta be so damn
I feel like every category that I have expressed are changing.
Well, cheers to not being nice.
I'm sorry for those that I hurt. I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. I can't talk.
Keep on.
Sorry for those that hurt their feelings. I don't mean to. But I just need to do what's best for me right now.
I say sometimes being nice to yourself is not being nice to
I need
others.
to put myself first, and I don't put myself first. Here I am, decrepit. I had to put makeup on to look like I don't look fucking 90. Okay, anyways,
90.
It doesn't look like I'm a spirit because I'm a spirit right now.
I honestly just simply asked about a resolution.
Do you want to start this thing over? Because I will do it over and I'll say the same motherfucker thing.
That was wonderful.
I don't care. I will rant. He tells me I rant all the time.
This is a perfect. Then, so this is a perfect example of why she needs to find some Zen this year.
This is why Todd talks all the time, 24/7, and I get a little bit of space to talk around here. And this is what happens.
You literally said, "I want to find some Zen," and then just went on a rant of this is why.
Yeah, because I'm venting to all my therapists out there, all my followers. Not yours, mine.
I believe it. I believe they are here for you, not me. 100%.
Anyways, now I feel great. Now I can start this year off as so good. I can vent.
We start the show.
Now we can start the show.
You gotta vent. You gotta get all the goal with is leave the bullshit in 2025 and start anew in 26. Let the demons stay behind you. Let the pressures, the restraints and everything that was holding you back in 2025 and bothering you in 2025, mentally, physically, whatever, leave it all behind. You may not come with you to 2026. It's the goal. So get it out now and let it and move forward with no restraints, with a fresh start and a clean slate. So that's what the resolution's all about. Like, you're leaving the old in the past and the new moving forward, and make the new that you want.
That's right. Can I knock some bitches up while I'm at it?
You'll knock bitches up?
Oh, no, not like that.
Artificial semen?
All right. Can you cut that out? Thanks.
No, that's
disgusting. Shut up.
Anyway,
You're annoying me.
I'm not. My resolution is just to take. Well, the fact that we started this, like, we did the Bourbon Trail, and then we started Boozy Banter. Our 5th episode is now, and we're still kind of getting. My resolution is to take this to a better level where we have more interaction with followers. We grow our followers, and we do a little more content together as a couple, because it's fun and people seem to like it, and I like doing it with you. And then also, as far as personal life, my resolution is to scale my business one step above where it's at right now. Health and fitness, that should be a given. But
good for you.
It's like a Monday
At least
diet. You
have your mental state intact.
I'm not saying my mental state's intact, but I just
feel like one of those people hanging on a freaking rope out of a truck.
Hanging on a rope out of a truck. I'm not sure what you mean. So could you paint a visual picture for everybody out there? Well, no, I continue to drink because you are making me want to.
I feel like I'm holding on to a string, being dragged along by a truck.
Hanging on by a thread. Is that the saying that you're trying to go with? So you took from I'm hanging on by a thread to I'm on a rope behind a truck.
Same thing.
Again.
Your goal is nice. My goal is just to survive. But it's okay.
Well, no, because you actually you scaled this year already. So like,
no, I will say
you've had some growth this year.
I will say, and I am super damn proud of myself. 2025 was actually the best year I've had in a long time. For a lot of different reasons, and I'm proud of myself for so many
business and brand wise. Business and brand wise, it was a good year for you. But your year ended.
I hope 2025 rolls into 2026. That's how good it was.
You just had one hell of a week.
I had one hell of a 2 weeks for Christmas, but prior to that, from mid-December up until January, I mean, it was good. It was really good.
I mean, you were kind of like full on Heath Ledger, the Joker this week. Like, you had like ups and downs mental. Like, I was like, are you unstable? Like, you were on both sides of a seesaw. I feel like I'm very unstable. Point.
I'm unstable the last 2 weeks of this year.
You're having a moment. You had a third life crisis the other day.
And can you even believe? No, I don't even know what I should say. Well, I'm
going to say it because I would edit it out.
I just had my 39th Christmas and I just had my 39th New Year's. Can you believe it? Well, now I'm going in my 40th.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're fucking 40 already. I don't know.
And you're funny. You're like, it's a number. Age is a number. I'm a firm believer in age is a number.
This past 2 weeks, I feel like I have hit the 85th mark.
Yeah, I feel like your clients have tried to push you to 50.
I'm about to push them into the 90th mark because I'm really getting annoyed. If I have to hear one more stupid ass fucking comment, I love you guys. Okay, let's move on. Okay.
I'm just trying to help. I feel bad. I feel bad for you because you come home from work
this is
and
the
I feel
problem. I come home from work and I want utter silence.
And I'm like,
and this guy talks to nails and doors and doorknobs for a living.
Yeah, I'm on construction site, so I don't talk to people. And when I talk to people, it's generally.
I'm sorry, Jay. I don't mean you, but you are a bonus to his life.
Yeah, my job is like cursing, swearing, talking shit, joking, listening to music, like just guy talk. And then I come home to her and I want to have genuine conversation. And she's just
no interest. Can you find somebody else?
Yeah. She's like, don't talk to me.
Can you go talk to your bourbon? Because I do not want to talk to you.
She's like, I'm here. ChatGPT responds pretty well.
It's true.
All right, let's get on to our episode. Now that you've caused me to go through a full glass, just listening to...
I've been through a full bottle by now because of how...
I'll say a full glass of this. We have had quite a few because it is New Year's.
Woo-hoo!
Woot woot.
Woot woot.
All right,
I'm
so
looking forward to 2026. That's all I gotta say.
we're gonna need some ideas, so please give us some damn ideas. I know the follower
Y'all
count.
people are being sleepy.
I know the follower count's low, but we're trying to grow. So come on, help us out here. Help us help you. Follow us. We'll follow you back. All that fun stuff. Give us comments. We'll shout you out in here. But let's talk about spirits.
God, I'm actually kind of scared.
Part of the whole premise of how I inched my way into you.
Ew, sicko. What are you talking about?
I didn't mean it that way, but I understand how it sounded. Like got in with you was because of ghosts. So the question we have, so this all stemmed from, we were doing our advent calendar. If you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and all the socials, we did an advent calendar this year. Well, I did. Kendra started one, but realized her advent calendar was basically licking taints and assholes. So she did not continue it.
I've never done that, though.
It wasn't as bougie as the namesake. So one of the questions that was posed to us that we asked was, do you believe in ghosts? Which, that was a fun one because 100%, fuck yeah, I believe in ghosts. So that was posed to us on, I think, 8/22 or 23 or whatever. So we decided, we're filming our episode on New Year's. Why don't we make our New Year's episode about ghosts? Because why would you want to do something like that on Halloween? So you kind of answered it in the Advent, but part of the way we met early, and what made you comfortable with me was all because of a ghost.
So I live in an apartment, and I loved it. And I was by myself a year before I met Todd. And then when I met Todd, he followed me around like a little chicken. But he also didn't.
Chickens follow now?
Yeah. So, but he wasn't living. So, anyways, he wasn't living in like my town. He lived in a town over, or actually a county over. And but he always partied in my county. But anyways,
he had a better party county.
We did. But then anyways, he always wanted to come over. I was like, no. And then finally, I don't know. Like, I don't remember hearing things that I've heard the first year that I was there by myself, but I remember hearing things. I was in the second floor apartment. There was 4 apartments, 2 in the bottom, 2 in the middle. And I was on the left side, or the right side on the top. And right by my bed, there were these steps. If you open the door by my bed, there was these steps that went up to this locked off.
I don't know if in an older home, I don't know if you know this, in some older homes, they have to get up to the attic. They don't have like a ladder. They have it's like shelf steps. They're like deep. And then they walk up to like where you lift up the platform.
So I always stored my shoes there, and like I opened the door and I always had my platform, my whole thing of shoes, and then like at the very top it was just completely enclosed. I couldn't like get up there. So whatever, no big deal. And then like over time I started like hearing things, and it didn't bother me at first because I thought, well, maybe it's the girl next door. And then it just got freakier and freakier, where at 2 to 3 a.m. I would hear this above me sound of moving of the furniture, big dressers. That's what I'm hearing. But it was like consecutively every single night between those times. Oh, sorry.
I've always wondered, like, did your neighbors have access to the attic and they had something up there the whole time? Like that we didn't know. And I wanted to ask her. I
didn't really talk to her very often. I saw her every blue moon, but there is no way, because I want to say that her kitchen was on like the other side of my bedroom, because the stairwell was like between. I don't know,
well,
but it doesn't make any sense. But I will tell you. Let me tell you this. I got so pissed so I would have Todd come over, and I would be like, "Hey, look, I'm freaked out. Come over to my house. I'm going to put my body pillow between us. You can sleep in my bed, but don't touch me."
We've already talked about that part.
So, but I don't remember if you ever heard it. Have you ever heard it?
I never heard it, no.
You never heard it?
Never heard it. I remember you called me when I was at work one day because there was a bee in your bathroom.
Well, that's another story.
And you shut your door with the bee in the bathroom for me to go kill it. By the time I got there, you had to pee so damn bad.
I don't do bees. I don't like them.
But no, you had me.
I will kill a bee no matter where I am. I don't care if you're a bee, whatever.
And she had me sleep on that side of the bed, the closet side of the bed.
Yeah. So he comes over and whatever. I guess you said you never heard it, but I heard it.
I don't remember hearing it.
So
honestly.
I remember my very last time ever hearing it. I remember being like this up to with a comforter, okay, and saying, "I am done." Like out. Actually, no. I think I said it inside in my own head.
Did you just exercise the demons?
I said, I believe in Jesus Christ. Go to the light. Leave me the fuck alone. Pretty much.
Why did our dog come down to protect you?
Probably needs to. After this week, yeah. But I was just like, I believe in Jesus Christ and move to the light and go to whatever I said. I don't even remember what I said, but all I know is I was super, super pissed.
You happy?
I was pissed because I heard it every single night between like the weird ass times when like things come alive.
What the witching hour is 3 a.m.
No shit. That's why I was pissed. And so can you believe after that moment, I never heard it again after that. Ever.
I did not know that about you. I did not know that you Happy Gilmore that thing to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your home.
That was probably the freakiest thing that ever happened to me. But I mean, I can't. Ghosts know not to come in my vicinity because I always say, "Don't freak me out. I don't want to be scared."
Are you afraid of ghosts?
Yes, they know. And I even told my grandmother. I love my grandmother.
Don't you fucking come back.
I want to see her, and I told her way before she died. I go, if you ever come back to haunt me, don't you fucking scare me.
Don't come back and haunt me.
So all these people know. Anyways, what about you?
Oh, I absolutely believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts 100%, and I love them. They don't frighten me.
I love them. I love them.
No, I think spirits and ghosts are a natural thing and a real thing. I think they're all around us. And like I said when we did our advent calendar, just don't piss them off. Like, yeah, there's some weird.
There's probably some sitting over here on the couch. And, hey, guys.
Yeah, so like there are some bad ghosts. I mean, bad spirits. Let's just say that way. But
demons. Well, we don't want to talk about those. They're
don't
weird.
Piss off ghosts. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, but there's difference between ghosts
not
and
really
demons.
Bother you.
Different.
Yeah, I know.
The
but
devil versus spirits.
95% of spirits out there are good and just lost in their way or finding their way. Just don't piss them off.
Oh, I've heard so many stories. I love to tell you all today.
So I do, and I hunt after ghosts. Like I remember like going to Gettysburg to go ghost hunting, and I remember doing stuff like that. So like. I have a whole big story, but before I get to that story, I'll tell you a prefacing one. Same guy. So a buddy of mine, big ghost believer, and he's part of my second story. But my second story won't come until after we go back to you. But I was staying at my buddy's house, and we were just hanging out, having a night, playing games, whatever. We all go to sleep, and I'm sleeping on the sofa. So in the middle of the night. Like I fell asleep on the sofa. He had a dog. The dog was sleeping on the sofa actually at my feet. And I remember like waking up in the middle and I had not known him that long. So I don't know like his family history, all that stuff. So I'm sleeping on the sofa and I kind of wake up around like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I look over and the TV's on. So I'm on a sofa here. There's a recliner here and then the TV. The TV to me is on and the recliner is kind of slowly rocking. I see the top of a head in there. I'm like, all right, his dad's up there or him or someone's watching TV. So I kind of like look at the TV and then all of a sudden the dog moves. I look down at the dog and then I look back. TV's off, recliner's still. And it kind of like freaked me out for a second. I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? And then I kind of brushed it off like, all right, I'm just seeing things. I went back to sleep. So I wake up in the morning and I talk to my buddy, Rocco. His name's Rocco. And that was his dad passed away. So that was his dad's chair. He would always sit up late at night and watch TV. He's like, yeah, that's actually kind of a common occurrence. And Rocco's big into like ghosts, full believer, full everything, which leads me to the second story. But he's like, yeah, that's kind of a common thing. He's like, that was my dad's thing. He would sit up late at night, watch TV and sit in his chair. So and he had always believed that his dad still sits in the house and does that late at night while everybody's asleep. So I happened to be on the sofa, and the only reason that it kind of like creeped me out was the dog moved. I looked down at the dog and looked back, and now it stopped. So I was literally sitting there, and his dad's just kind of sitting there rocking on his chair, watching TV.
I've never seen a ghost like that.
Which I thought was like weird thing. Dude, I remember that as vivid as hell.
In a weird way, they know not to come freak me out, but I kind of want to experience that.
Well, I think ghosts. Not that they know, but like to me, like I think ghosts are cool. Like as long as you don't fuck with them, like let them do the thing. Like,
can you imagine scaring me?
You want to come here, hang out in our basement? I don't fucking care.
No, they're here. We just don't. I don't see them. You don't see them.
Yeah, our previous owners are still here.
Oh yeah, they're definitely here. But I don't think they freak us out. They don't do anything to us.
Because they appreciate us. Because we treat them good.
We treat the house good. We've made it way better than what they gave it to us. Okay.
Okay.
All I know is never mind.
No, it was what? All you know is what?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
You don't want to say what?
What are you looking up? Oh, that's
I was looking at the name of this thing. So, do you have any other? You have?
I have plenty.
Give me another one.
I don't know. Do we have enough time?
I mean, I got to get into mine. So you go to yours. Let me
give you a quick one. So I worked with a girl before I owned a salon. I worked with a girl at another salon. She was an assistant. I was a stylist, and her and I would talk every now and then, like when we had some downtime. And she was very like gothy. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I love it. But she started telling me about some stories that happened at her house that's local.
No way we do this in 45 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to really try.
No. They don't
It's
care.
part 2, okay? Part 2.
Keep going.
So I asked her about how, whatever, we talked about ghosts one day. And she's like, oh, I have ghosts at my house or demons. And I'm like, oh.
Or demons? That's a difference.
I go, what? I don't even know if I want to know. But anyways, we started talking about it. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, I had to move out of my house. We had to move out of our house because back when I had friends come over, we would like paint like t-shirts and stuff, and we would hang them up on the clothing line and stuff, and all of a sudden like the t-shirts would spin in a circle and they would all fly off at the same time. Doorknobs would open or would turn, and the doors would open constantly to a point where they had a priest come over, and the priest wouldn't even bless the house or anything. They had to get someone even more involved in that,
like better at expelling the demon,
pretty much. So
okay, that's the 5% bad ghost.
I'll never forget the story when she looked at me and she was so serious about it. Okay. I was like, wow, there's actually demons. I was freaking out because I'm already scared of ghosts.
Well, every fairy tale.
That's why everything starts with, I believe in Jesus. You're not coming to get me. No.
Every fairy tale or every story does stem from some sort of realism. So it's fair.
Yeah,
to say
well,
that's why I say ghosts do exist.
They do, and I've never really personally seen one, but I truly believe it. But it still freaks me out because I was just talking to my aunt tonight, and she told me that she was down. Well, it's a whole other story again.
Well, hit it quick, hit it.
I wish I had them on here. But she said she was down in the bathroom, which has like the Bloody Mary or the ghost or something. I don't know. Something. Remember? Not Bloody Mary, but like a ghost. Oh, we need to talk to them again and like ask them more about that.
They have a ghost in their basement.
They totally have a ghost in the basement. I will not. Every time I go in their basement to the bar, because their bar is in the basement, and we sit around the bar. But I always say, do I have to go in this bathroom to go to the bathroom because I don't want to? Because you tell me there's ghosts in here. Well, guess what? I did just go to the bathroom there, and I was like looking around. There's nothing.
There's a difference between, like I had said,
they know not to come scare me because I'll go punch them.
The difference between my fear of I run up the stairs because of a fear or a phobia of someone chasing me, and actually seeing a ghost or feeling like there's a presence, and that's the reason you run up the stairs. Like she scurried up and get out of there.
So my aunt said that she was downstairs and she went to the bathroom, and she said the door was cracked, but it was not completely closed, and it just started to open. And she said she wasted no time And she scurried up the stairs and she washed her hands upstairs. She did not wash them in the basement. Now, before that, though, I mean, there's so many other little stories in regards to that actual specific story. But there was some maintenance guy down there fixing their furnace years ago. And all of a sudden, the guy was like, there's spirits down here, isn't there? And my uncle's like, yeah, I feel like there's something down here. And he's like, yeah, he's like, there is. And, well, there is. Okay. There is. So, I mean, she's not wrong with scurrying, because when I go down there, I get freaked out even before I get down there. Still. Don't invite me over next how many times? I'll invite you to my house.
Yeah,
they're probably here. They're probably over there in the bathroom right now. I don't know, but you don't see them. So,
and they're pretty. If they're here, they're cool with us being here. So I'm cool with them being here.
Well, Buzz Lightyear decided to do some shenanigans tonight.
Figured it
while you were. I was taking a nap.
He was napping. The kid was napping. I'm just kind of like dozed out watching a movie, and all of a sudden, this stupid little action figure is laying on his back on a box, and all of a sudden, he starts kicking his feet, going out of absolutely nowhere.
Hasn't been played with in days. Or
hasn't been touched in
the remote. Nothing
2 days.
Has been staying in the same area.
2.5, 3 days. Hasn't been touched, and all of a sudden, it's just laying there, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, all right, that's funny. So I just filmed it because I'm like, it's funny. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, make that fucker stand up. Make him stand up. Like, I would, if that thing stood up, I would have pissed myself a little bit. But
I wish it would have. I wish it would have. I wish it would have. So for your sake.
All right. So my story. So this Mountain Springs Hotel Mountain Springs Hotel Complex. No, fuck it. Mountain Springs.
Just go bathroom. Got to keep that going in here, because I do not want to be scared of shit tonight. 3, 2, 1.
Mountain Springs Complex, where I used to live, it was a very known haunted place, but not a lot of people went to it because there wasn't actual fear about it. But anyway, so the history about it is it was built in the like mid 1800s by an old senator. He expanded it to a 400 plus room, like compound place for people to come visit. People like Lincoln were there, Ulysses S. Grant. He passed away. It changed hands into like a hotel type of thing. Hippies bought it, whatever. Then it became a hospital in the early 1900s, like 1930s, 1937, 1940, something like that. It became a hospital. It was a hospital in the area. There was a lot of history around it. Anyway, that being said, so if you want to Google it, whatever. But
what's it called again?
A Mountain Springs Complex.
Okay.
So it was known to be haunted around the area. But by the time that I was in the 90s, by the time I was in high school, late high school, it was run down, beat up. There's so many stories. So one night I'm with my buddy, Rocco again, friends. We decide we're going to go to it. It was, police watched it. It was known to be a place that people went to because if you look at it now, it's still very haunted. So we go to it one night and climb the fence, the wall, whatever. We go in. Now, it's funny. You have to go in through a door and you got to walk through the basement to get up. And you walk through this area that's completely burnt. And the story is that one of the groundskeepers or someone on the property tried to burn it down. And what he did was actually burnt himself alive in the basement.
Jeez.
And it never actually burnt the property down, but you got to go through it, which is super creepy. There's no lights. It's completely dark. And you don't want to use flashlights on the property because flashlights bring police. So anyway, so we go look at it one night. There's a group of like maybe 6 of us. So we go into it. Now you got to think about this. This was bought in the 1800s as a mansion for a senator. He expanded it to be like a community. People would come from all over. Like I said, Abraham Lincoln was there. 400 plus units. It became a compound. Then it was bought by people to do like natural healing, this and that. Became a hotel, became a hospital. Super freaking weird. So we're walking through it, just walking through the rooms. There's that many rooms. And as you're walking through it, it's a really weird feeling. There's some really weird rooms. There's a room with all windows, no doors, which is super weird. You actually got to open a window, get into the room, and open a
What?
window, get out of the room.
What? Really?
It's the weirdest. It's the epitome of a haunted place. On the second floor, there's a door that opens out, which I actually almost went through. I opened it to go through, and it's the outside of the building. There's no porch. There's no remnants of a porch. No, nothing. Just the door that opens out. Supposedly there's windows that break and get fixed and re-break. This is notoriously known as one of the most haunted places in America, actually, which I didn't know. Now, I know that now, but I did not know that. And I think this was like 1999 or 2000. I didn't know that at that time. So anyway, we're walking through it.
Why is our dog acting weird?
We're walking through this thing, and a lot of people heard different things. We found this out later. The one main thing that I experienced, well, that's our homeowner hanging out with her. One thing I experienced is we're walking down a long hallway, and everyone was hanging out, having fun, playing around. I'm walking down the hallway, and I look into a room, and I thought my buddy John hiding to scare me. So I look in this room, and I kind of jump, and I look back, and he's not there, but I swear to God, he was standing on this door. And I look, I'm like, okay, I jump. And then I look, he wasn't there. I was like, okay, I'm just scaring myself. So I go down 2 doors later, and in the exact position that I just saw him try to scare me back there was John standing to scare me. So literally, and then I look in the exact same position that what I just saw 2 rooms ago to scare me just jumped and scared me. They had this big ballroom that when you would go into it, like you walk through this ballroom, we walked through it, and you would go through it, and it almost was like eerily quiet, where you would think it's big and it would have this big echo. But it almost had like a deafening sound, like it was filled with people.
What?
It was super weird. So anyway, now John heard something, but we didn't hear about this until later. So we're walking down another hallway, and all of a sudden I'm following. We have like Rocco's leading because he's been there a few times. He's the big ghost guy. He's leading, and a couple people, and then John and someone else, and then me, and then John just kind of stops, and he like looks down this hallway, and then Rocco turns around or whatever. He's like, "You want to go down there?" He's like, "No, I just heard something." He's like, "What do you hear?" He's like, I don't know. I'm good." So we talked to him later, and he heard like a baby crying. So we're down this hallway. You look down this long hallway. He thought he heard a baby crying. Now fast forward to the end of the night, we go back home, we look at it, and literally do a floor plan, and down that hallway was the maternity ward. And now if you Google the history on this, that's a common thing, because there was kind of like the penitentiaries and stuff like that. There's a lot of like weird stuff that happened, but he kept hearing like a weird whining or crying sound down that hallway, and that's why he said no, not to go down there. And we didn't know it at the time. He's like, I didn't want to freak anybody out. He's like, I didn't want to say, yeah, let's go down there. So anyway, so we're walking, and all of a sudden we get to the end of like one of the floors, and Rocco just stands up straight, and he turns around to everybody's like, we got to go right now. We're like, what do you mean? He's like, we got to leave. So we go real fast back the hall. We turn to go down the stairs. We go down the stairs, and the stairs go to a dead end, a block wall. So you had a staircase on boom, 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 block wall, which don't know why it was there. There was no landing, no nothing. It was step, 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 block wall. So we go back up. We run out. We get out. We finally find our way back around through the ballroom, through all the floors we went through, down to the basement, back through the burnt dead guy, back out the door. We jump the wall to get into our cars, and then 3-4 cop cars show up because they had saw us there. So then we get back to Rocco's house, and we're talking about it. That's when we pulled up and we saw that John had heard a baby crying down the maternity ward. I had seen him playing games with me before he played games with me, and Rocco literally stopped and turned around because he had someone whisper in his ear, "Leave now." But not, he's like, and it wasn't a threatening. He's like, in my ear, I heard like "you gotta leave now." Jesus. So he heard "we gotta leave now." So we left, and as soon as we got off property, police showed up. Because if you were arrested for being on site, you were not allowed to be there. Because also the building was very decay.
Oh my God.
I mean, it had been years. Like it has been since around 18. I think the building was originally built in 1848. It has been uninhabited since.
And it's still like that?
No, it's been torn down since. So there's only a small section of it which is used for offices for
Why would anybody want to work there?
for a hotel. Howard Johnson, I think.
I
And
think
there's
we
an
should go visit.
Applebee's. We went to the Applebee's there.
Applebee's where? Me?
Attached to it. Yes, we did. We'll
What?
talk about
I
that
don't
later.
remember that.
But they tore it all. It stayed for years after that. Then it got built by Howard Johnson's. It got built by a hotel and stuff. But it's really weird. Like doors to nowhere, rooms to nowhere, hidden rooms, like passages, sounds, and then you go online now and you can see all this. But when we were in 1999, 2000, when we went
there's no phones. There's no.
All we did was Googled when the internet was new.
No, you went home.
A floor plan.
You went home and you looked at.
Oh yeah, because we didn't have
your World Wide Web.
The
dial-up.
World Wide Web, and we pulled up a floor plan. And John's like, and they were talking about stuff, and where we had the stairwell was supposed to continue, but for some reason there's a block wall. Where that door was supposed to be another room.
So what's up with that?
Yeah, don't know. And then, so like where we like left and where everything, those brick walls. It was kind of crazy to look at it, but knowing 100%, and it was cool that like a ghost is like, hey, he kind of kept us all from getting arrested because you will get arrested. People have been arrested
because Todd's been arrested before for other stuff.
Yeah, but I don't want to get arrested for ghost hunting. But it was kind of cool that a ghost was like, hey, get out of here.
That's pretty cool.
And because like, and the weird thing is like Rocco, who like I said, he was the one whose dad I saw sitting there. He's a big like firm believer in it. The fact that
you still talk to that guy?
I on Facebook here and there, I'll communicate. But like, as far as the fact that he stood up straight, like not scared, but was just like, literally goes word for word, we need to leave. We need to leave now. We're like, and all of us who are just following our God are just like shit ourselves a little, like, what the fuck just happened? So, but yeah, and it was cool. Like, nothing was like, it was weird. It was creepy. You heard noises, you heard voices, the sound all of a sudden deafened. And to this day, they still say that even in the offices that are there, people still feel stuff. But it is on the list of one of the most haunted places in America.
And what's it called again?
It's the Mountain Springs Complex.
Okay, you guys, all you crazy ghost hunters.
A mansion built by a senator, expanded to 400 rooms to like be a common area. People would come from Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, all to congregate there. When he passed away, it just kind of went away. These gypsies took it over. They took it over. Hotel, hospital.
So if you guys do make your way there, whatever you do.
Well, now you go there. It's like it's a restaurant.
Yeah,
and a hotel.
But don't go during the day. Go at night.
It's not as fun. But apparently,
I'm sure when everything's closed down, it is.
Well,
fun.
The office buildings for Howard Johnson are still
for you guys.
The only original part standing was part of the mansion, and that is where the office buildings were built. So there are still to this day stories of weird occurrences. I love ghosts. I believe in them 100%.
Yeah. No, I believe. I'll tell you about my work next time. The first one I ever worked at was do we have time for that?
Is it like less than 6 minutes?
No, you know me. My stories are never less
now
than
you can't
6
lead in.
minutes.
Go. We're at go with it. We'll be less than an hour. Go. Stay with us here. She's about to tell us about salon.
My very first place I ever worked at was called well, it doesn't matter what it was called, but it was a salon in my vicinity, and the place was built next to the Underground Railroad in Pennsylvania. And so I was an assistant and then became a receptionist, and I was in training to become a stylist. But this place was extremely haunted. So they say. I've never experienced anything, probably because I said, don't scare me, you assholes.
Just like now.
I would go next door to the restaurant, and they said, oh yeah, this place is like haunted all the time. And I'm just like, just give me my burger and fries and I'm good. But anyway, so at nighttime, or many times, so I had to walk across the parking lot to this other abandoned building, which had the washer and dryer to wash the towels for the salon. So Yeah, it was super creepy. I creeped myself out. Like, did I see anything? No. But did I feel things? Of course.
I feel like you gotta trust your
But
feelings.
I just kept like saying to myself, yeah, no.
Trust your feelings. Like if you feel like something's wrong, something might be around you, but that's
But
not
at that time in
necessarily
my
bad.
life, like I was just like, whatever. I'm just all about partying and stuff, and like whatever.
Party with a
I did, but I also didn't want to acknowledge it. I didn't, because once I acknowledged it, I didn't want to be susceptible to seeing or like whatever. So anyways, I dealt with it, but I was scared of shit. It didn't last very long, like 7 months. But anyways, but while I was there was this esthetician who could see ghosts, and she there was word that there was a medium coming into the salon to basically bless the place, because it was just constantly walking with spirits.
I think there's a lot more spirits around us than we think there are.
And I was just like, some of us were like, what the? Okay, fine. So the next day, I don't know, next couple days, whatever it was, I don't really recall exactly the timeline exactly, but I remember seeing crystals in all the window, pure crystals. So
Ghost crystals.
From what I heard down the grapevine is the owner, the manager, the esthetician, and the medium went around, blessed or whatever, and the medium went down into the basement of the actual salon, not the building that I went into to do the laundry, okay, which probably would have been nice, but it didn't happen, at least that I know of. But they went downstairs, and all of a sudden they turned the corner, and there was like this oil room, which was just an oil tank, nothing else in it, but just a big room. And the medium started freaking out and saying that you need to move on to go to the other side and all these things. She was crying, having a fit, this and that. And supposedly there was a man holding a, what do you call those things? Axes, not
Guitar?
like an axe, like an
machete?
axe, a machete, like a machete. And there was a woman, and I hate to say this, maybe you should like, she was hanging from the ceiling.
That's what they could see?
That's what she could see. The actual medium, but nobody else could see it.
See, why is it mediums always see this?
So she was crying, having a fit, telling this man to move on, this and that, and then obviously that was that. So
see, mediums always see the scary shit. The fact that she's like, I see a man with a machete and a chick, lady.
Yeah, but according to the esthetician, she saw a child many times. She saw a couple other people through the salon. I don't know if it was him per se, but there was many people that walked among the salon, and it still services people to this day.
If that was true, let me just prove my point with that story. Is the fact that was a dude chopping up people and hanging people, right? But did he mess with any of you in the salon?
No, I think that they're just so succumbed to their whatever happened to them at that time that they are literally stuck in that space.
Ghosts are not going.
I'm not saying that like some of them are not like walking among, but I think that in his case, like that was his area. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Don't fuck with ghosts. They won't fuck with you back.
So to be continued, I decided to book. Okay, no. We're gonna end this here. I decided to.
Our old homeowner. Right here.
His name's Carl.
Carl.
And it's
Dude,
true.
if honestly we got a weird flash right there, I'd have shit myself a little.
His name is Carl, though.
His name is Carl.
But to be continued, I actually booked an appointment with a medium, that exact medium.
Oh, fuck.
After that occurrence, because I needed to know a little bit more things.
I thought you meant you book one like right now. I'm like, oh, geez.
No. After the place that I worked at. And I can tell you stories about that then.
I say ghosts are real.
All right. Well, anyways. Oh, we really drugged that out, huh? Well,
Happy damn New Year's. Jesus, everybody. Yeah, we're all going to be ghosts one day.
I don't want to live here on Earth. I want to be exploring space.
See you for episode 6.
of ghosts of my next story.